The shockwave from the brothers' combined attack ripples through your fox ears, but you don't flinch. As the black flame elephant gun connects, sending a spray of violet sparks and dark steam into the air, you see your opening. The obsidian spire is vibrating violently, its mechanical screeching reaching a deafening pitch that tells you its internal systems are struggling to compensate for the massive kinetic and thermal load.
Keep the pressure on, boys. I'm going in for the heart of this thing.
You sprint across the grass-covered deck, your white-tipped tail providing perfect counterbalance as you leap onto the railing. With a powerful kickoff, you propel yourself through the wall of steam, your hands finding purchase on the jagged, glass-like ridges of the obsidian structure. The surface is unnaturally cold, contrasting sharply with the lingering heat of Alex's black flames.
Wyndra, get back! The energy signature is spiking. It's trying to pulse.
Ignoring the warning, you scramble upward with the agility of a mountain fox. Near the apex of the spire, a hairline fracture has formed from the impact of Luffy's giant fist. Inside the crack, a core of pulsing, violet crystal is visible, rotating at high speeds. This is the source of the humming.
Whoa! It's got a glowing heart! Punch it, Wyndra!
You reach into the gap, your fingers brushing against the cold obsidian as you prepare to jam your palm, glowing with emerald energy, directly into the rotating core to short-circuit the entire mechanism. The spire suddenly tilts, a massive wave of violet energy beginning to build around the crystal core. You are perched precariously hundreds of feet above the churning sea, the mechanical screeching now a high-frequency whine that threatens to shatter glass. The structure is preparing a massive retaliatory pulse that could vaporize the Sunny's figurehead. The violet hum turns into a bone-rattling roar as the energy inside the obsidian spire reaches its peak. You can feel the static electricity dancing across your orange fox ears, making your fur stand on end. Instead of a direct palm strike, you shift your weight midair. Your long, white-tipped tail lashes out with preternatural precision, curling around a jagged obsidian ridge like a living winch. Using the momentum of the spire's sudden tilt, you swing your entire body in a wide, acrobatic arc. The air whistles past your ears as you whip around to the opposite side of the structural fracture.
Not today, you giant toothpick.
With your tail anchored firm, you coil your legs and drive both leather-clad boots into the exposed housing of the rotating violet core. The impact is staggering. A shockwave of cold, kinetic energy surges through your legs, but the mechanical housing buckles under the concentrated force. With a sickening metallic shriek, the glowing core is kicked clean out of its socket, tumbling into the dark, churning sea below. The spire instantly loses its violet luster, the humming dying into a hollow, metallic groan. Without its power source, the massive structure begins to crumble, the obsidian cracking into thousands of harmless shards that rain into the ocean. You release your tail's grip, falling through the mist.
I've got you. Don't even think about hitting the water.
Alex vanishes in a burst of hellstep, reappearing in midair beneath you. He catches you in a bridal carry, his black flames flickering out just in time to avoid singeing your robes. He lands softly on the grass of the Sunny's deck, his chest heaving as he sets you down, though he keeps his hands firmly on your shoulders to steady you.
Ha ha! That was a super cool kick, Wyndra! It went pop and then splat!
The sea returns to its turquoise calm, the threat neutralized as quickly as it appeared. Nami leans over the railing, wiping sweat from her brow as Sanji offers you a glass of chilled citrus juice to settle your nerves. The adrenaline is still humming in your veins, and the crew is looking at you with newfound respect. Luffy with a wide grin, and Alex with a look of intense, smoldering pride that he isn't even trying to hide anymore. The last of the obsidian dust settles into the turquoise waves, leaving the deck of the Thousand Sunny in a rare state of quiet triumph. You stand on the grass, your boots still humming from the impact of the kick, and look up at Alex. He hasn't moved his hands from your shoulders yet, his dark eyes searching yours for any sign of injury before the black inferno mask fully slides back into his usual cocky smirk.
So, Alex, be honest. Are you a little jealous that I got the finishing move this time? I didn't even need any black flames to pop that core.
Alex lets out a short, bark-like laugh, his fingers squeezing your shoulders gently before he finally lets go. He sheathes Kokuyo with a metallic asterisk snick, the last of the dark embers fading from the meteorite blade.
Jealous? Wyndra, I'm terrified. If you start kicking like that every time we find a treasure chest, I'm going to be out of a job.
But I have to admit, seeing you drop from the sky like a meteor was the best thing I've seen all morning.
Yeah, it was like bam! You should join the monster trio, Wyndra. We can be the monster four.
Sanji steps forward, offering you a tall glass of chilled citrus juice with a flourish, his blue eyes sparkling as he ignores Alex entirely.
A masterpiece of movement, Wyndra-chan. Such grace, such power. Please, drink this to restore your beautiful energy.
Save the celebrations for later. Robin and I need to look at those shards. That wasn't a natural formation or a simple trap. That was ancient technology, and if there's one, there are more.
The immediate danger has passed, but the mystery of the obsidian spire lingers. Nami is already pointing toward a cluster of similar jagged shapes appearing on the horizon, while Luffy is looking at the galley door, his stomach beginning to growl again. Alex stays by your side, his gaze flicking between the horizon and you. The crew begins to scatter across the grass-covered deck, Nami barking orders at Yuzop to get the sounding line ready, while Sanji returns to his galley to save the rest of the breakfast from Luffy's wandering hands. You catch Alex's eye, a silent signal passing between you, and you tilt your head toward the stern of the ship, away from the burgeoning chaos of the Spire Field investigation. You reach out, your fingers lightly catching the hem of his sleeveless black coat. He follows without a word, his heavy combat boots muffled by the lawn as you lead him to the quiet area behind the steering housing. Here, the giant paddle wheels of the Sunny provide a rhythmic, churning backdrop that masks your voices from the others.
You're still vibrating, Alex. Are those black flames of yours still looking for something to burn? Or are you just worried I'm going to jump off another exploding tower?
Alex exhales a cloud of dark, shimmering smoke, leaning his back against the wooden railing. He doesn't look at the horizon. His dark, piercing eyes are locked onto yours, tracing the way your orange fox ears twitch in the morning breeze.
Both. My blood doesn't just cool down because the target shattered, Wyndra. And seeing you up there, it makes the black inferno want to scorched earth everything within a mile just to make sure nothing touches you.
He reaches out, his fingerless black glove brushing a stray smudge of obsidian soot from your cheek. His touch is lingering, his thumb tracing your jawline with a heat that has nothing to do with battle, and everything to do with the tension still simmering from the crow's nest.
I'm the vanguard. I'm supposed to be the one taking the hits. When you threw yourself into that core, I felt a spike of hockey I didn't even know I had. It wasn't just observation. It was fear.
He steps closer, effectively pinning you between his tall, athletic frame and the ship's railing. The scent of wood smoke and sea salt is overwhelming now, and you can feel the literal warmth of his devil fruit radiating against your robes. His hand moves from your cheek to the back of your neck, his fingers tangling in your white hair. The heat radiating from Alex's chest through his black tank top is a steady, pulsing reminder of the power he usually directs at his enemies. You slide your palms flat against his pectoral muscles, feeling the hard, athletic contours of his frame and the frantic thrum of his heart. Your white fox ears tilt back slightly, capturing the low, rhythmic churning of the ship's paddle wheels.
You know, Alex, for a man who claims to burn the world down, That's probably the most romantic thing a pirate has ever said to me. The Black Inferno being afraid. I think I like this side of you.
Alex's breath catches, a small puff of dark, shimmering smoke escaping his lips as he looks down at you. His fingers, still tangled in the white hair at the nape of your neck, tighten just a fraction, not enough to hurt, but enough to show the depth of his possessiveness. The cocky, battle-hardened mask he wears for the new world completely dissolves, leaving only the raw, smoldering intensity of the man beneath.
Don't go telling Luffy or Zoro that. I've got a reputation to maintain, Wyndra. If the Marines find out I've got a soft spot for a certain fox, they'll start getting ideas.
He leans in closer, his forehead coming to rest against yours. The height difference forces you to tilt your head back, exposing the sensitive line of your throat to the salt-tinged breeze. His thumb strokes the curve of your jaw, his touch sending a familiar spark of electricity through your tail, which begins to swish rhythmically against his combat boots.
But if it keeps you from jumping into any more exploding crystals, then yeah, I'll be as romantic as you want. Just stay where I can reach you.
The morning sun is fully up now, casting long shadows across the deck. But in this small corner behind the steering housing, the world feels like it belongs only to the two of you. Alex's gaze drops to your lips, his intent clear, his hands sliding down from your neck to pull your waist flush against his. The morning air is crisp, but the space between you and Alex is a pocket of pure, radiating heat. You don't pull him into another kiss. Instead, you let your forehead slide from his, burying your face into the warm, salt-scented crook of his neck. Your white fox ears flatten against the high collar of his sleeveless black coat, and you let out a long, shuddering exhale that you didn't realize you'd been holding since the obsidian spire first breached the waves. Alex stiffens for a fleeting heartbeat, his breath hitching as the sudden, quiet vulnerability of the gesture catches him off guard. Then, with a low, gravelly hum that vibrates through your very bones, he melts. His large, soot-stained hands slide down from your neck to your mid-back, pulling you flush against the hard planes of his chest until there isn't a single inch of air left between you.
Just breathe, Wyndra. I've got you. The world can wait 5 minutes for its vanguard.
He rests his chin atop your head, his messy black hair tickling your ears. The frantic, rhythmic thrum of his heart begins to slow, syncing with yours. The smell of wood smoke, and the dry, metallic tang of his black flames is intoxicatingly close, acting as a strange sort of anchor. For a moment, the black inferno isn't a weapon of the straw hats. He's just a man holding onto the one person who makes his fire feel like a hearth instead of a wildfire.
No more exploding towers for today. That's an order from your self-appointed bodyguard.
You feel the tension from the morning's battle, the mechanical screeching, the violet energy, the bone-chilling cold of the obsidian, simply evaporate into his heat. The peaceful moment is cut short as a massive shadow passes beneath the thousand sunny. You pull back just enough to see Nami standing at the railing, her face pale as she points toward the spire field ahead. The jagged obsidian rocks aren't just sitting there. They are beginning to shift, rotating in the water like the teeth of a giant submerged gear.
Alex! Wyndra! Get over here! The seafloor isn't rising. The whole area is a giant mechanism, and we're right in the middle of the teeth!
The thousand sunny begins to spin slowly, as the currents are forcibly redirected by the rotating obsidian pillars. Luffy is already perched on the lion's head, squinting at a massive, submerged temple-like structure becoming visible through the clear turquoise water directly beneath the ship.